Hey, I am Anthopants. We are learning to speedrun Streets of Rage 2, Level 1. I am a Mania player. This game's top difficulty. Mania is achieved by holding special plus attack when entering options. You can leave your lives at default or increase them to 9. I prefer to show off. Max is the fastest character and also my favorite. Max will dominate field time for this guide. So when you start the first level, there's 3 setups for the first section in the game. Heavy health plus life conscious players will start by grabbing the hidden 1-up, and then atomic dropping the Galzia here. After that, it's just improving. Setup 2 is life conscious, but doesn't worry as much about health, using Thunder Tackle to kill. The Galzia on the left is the last enemy to spawn. In solo, this game only allows 5 enemies on screen at once, so it's a good idea to kill as many as you can, as fast as you can, while you're pulling screens so you don't lose time to this Galzia spawning late. Like he does right now. If you're not concerned with lives or health, Thunder Tackle Start is the way to go and potentially the fastest. I also made a point of just running the different routes and not trying to get them perfect, because I think it actually shows off what the game is like, as opposed to me playing it perfectly and then you having this concept of, oh, it's supposed to look perfect when I do this, and that's not the case. It really comes down to how good is your route, how comfortable are you with it, and how well can you improvise when things go bad. There's 4 routes for the next section. One of them involves taking care of this Donovan over here, and then moving down to the signal. And it's really just handling enemies as they come along. Grab the apple for health. After grabbing health, you want to be moving down into this section as fast as you can, but you also want to be handling the enemies if they get in your way, because they will slow you down. Route 2 skips the Donovan and hopefully uses the signal to atomic drop both of them. Still grab the apple for health. These guys get in the way, so I take care of them, and I just keep moving as I am going along. Same thing, still playing on the top, using enemies to atomic drop into other enemies. Route 3 is just a full push to the apple. Then to the top of the bottom, so you can pull everyone together. This route really aren't set in stone. It's more you pick a route. Like, I'm just going to pull all the way down to the bottom, and then you just improvise as guys get in your way and you handle them. You can't actually make that decision of, I'm just going to pull all the way down, skip the apple, or whatever else. If your health is too low, grab apple. If guys get in your way, take care of the guys. Route 4 is just a full push all the way down, skipping apple. And on Route 4, this is actually slower, but I'm going to push all the way down to the bottom. The only reason why you'd want to play on the bottom here is because the top does have that slanted section on the top left. And the enemies do behave a little bit strangely there. Sometimes they can get stuck up there. So if you're not comfortable and you feel like every time I go and try and play top, the enemies just do something weird, it might be better for you to just play bottom. get used to your route, then maybe try and mix it up. And start using a different route that maybe is a little bit more tricky. So in section 3, you just want to keep pushing forward about as fast as you can, taking care of enemies along the way, just eliminating them. One of the biggest problems with playing bottom, even though it is faster, is that this signal here has a tendency of just trolling because he's in a weird position. Here I play on the top position. So on average, your times are probably going to come out to be around the same, even though potentially bottom is faster if you play top. One of the downsides to top is the Donovans are in a terrible position to deal with those pipe Donovans. The plus side is that the signal is actually in a better position where it's easier to get to them. The green Galzias, 2 of them, are the last Galzias to pop. The 4th section, there's only one route in this section, and no reason not to play toward the top. Just push forward. The signal on the left prevents Jack from spawning, so kill him and Jack will spawn once you move into his trigger spot, which is in between the car and the building. Jack will come down, then he'll flip a knife, and after that you can grab him. The turkey is on top, as well as Jack coming down on top. That's the reason why you want to play top. Everything just lines up much better for you. You can see this left signal here, this left yellow signal. He's still alive. Once he gets dead, now Jack will come out. And then I can grab Jack after he flips the knife. The thing about Jack is that he's a mini-boss in this game. So he has invince on get up, which is something that's common to all the bosses in this game. Which is why I do that jump there. When I jump, my hitbox gets too high for him to hit. And then I'm just waiting for his invincibility to wear off. So now we're going to be in level 1, scene 2, section 1. So it's the bar section. And I'm going to run the full bar section, and I'm going to play bottom. Bottom doesn't seem to have any benefits at all. It appears as though it should be faster, since most of the guys are just lined up for you on the bottom. But I've actually found that top usually is faster for me when I'm playing it. And even while doing this, where I was just kind of messing around so I could show off the route, my top play was actually faster than my bottom play here. And my top play will be coming up next. But I am going to run the entire bar section here. Always want to be getting those atomic drops off. The only benefit that bottom has is that it does put you a little bit closer to the health in this section. And this section only allows 3 guys plus the Electra. So because there's only 5 guys on screen, what you'll have is Barban in the background who runs away. That counts as 1 person. Electra counts as 2. Then 3 enemies, like the 3 Donovans before the Electra. And there's your 5 enemies. So you want to get them killed as fast as possible when you go to Electra. Now we're going to be pulling up on top. The benefit of top is that there's a health item. And I love grabbing the health item and dodging Donovan's attack. And even though it seems like it shouldn't be faster, it just almost always comes out to be a little bit faster when I play on the top here. It might be that the enemies just line up better or what, but it just, yeah, it is an interesting thing. I used to play on the bottom because I just figured bottom must be faster, but it's not. Alright, and then we stay on top. Staying on top has a lot of benefits. One of the main ones is that it lines you up for Electra really nicely. So here I duck down a little bit. I grab the health. No, that didn't work. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that Donovan on the left was still alive. But that's it. This is playing the game. And now I'm going to use my second Electra strat here. So I watch her head. Boom, boom, roll. Enemies have a tendency of just bobbing their head twice, and on the second bob, they get up. Okay, the Barban Fight is pretty random. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to have to sneak in clips from some of my playing on stream just to show what an actual Thunder Tackle on Barban looks like. Thunder Tackling on Barban is awesome with Max because there's a glitch where Barban will block, then he takes damage while blocking. And Max can just get a really, really large amount of health off of Barban when Barban does a really nice block. I think it's around 2.5 bars or so of health. But it's difficult to pull off, and it's not something you can always get. Barban seems to be kind of random with it. If you don't like starting with a Thunder Tackle, sometimes you can just, well, Thunder Tackle in, get behind Barban, and start with an Atomic Drop. That works really well as well. An alternative is to deal with the little guys and then potentially take one of them into Barban with an Atomic Drop, but I don't know if I would suggest this one. It requires a lot of spacing and timing and everything else, but it is just something you can do. You can always take an enemy into Barban. I just don't think I would start it this way. Not normally, at least. But I wanted to show it off. You can do a backwards jump over Barban while he's attacking. The timing for it is kind of intense, but it is one way of trapping him against the wall if you're comfortable with it. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually just run the entire first level using my current route that I like to use. We're going to go into Mania, set our lives to 1 because I show off. You don't have to do that. You can set yours all the way up to 9 if you want to, or leave them at the default 3. We're going to select Max. I'm going to be grabbing the 1 up here. And then I go for Thunder Tackle. And then it's just, a lot of this is just knowing, okay, let me get this guy, try and get these guys killed. Improv a little bit, see who's coming at me, who I can get Atomic Drops off on. And then I'm just going to push down to the apple. I don't know, I might skip it. Nope, I grab it. Yeah. Push down to the apple, take care of this signal. He's here anyway, I may as well just get rid of him. I hold top for this position. And I'm just constantly trying to line up my Thunder Tackles and my Atomic Drops, my 2 biggest moves. There's one of the enemies just ducking up into that slanted top section. So now I'm playing bottom. And I'm just trying to slide everybody, keep pushing the screen forward. Take care of this knife guy, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. It's hard to gauge where he's going to be, where you have to be in order to not get hit by him. Then it's just let's atomic drop, get that front throw for the quick scene transition here, or I should say section transition, just so I can keep this going as fast as possible. Since I'm going to be losing, if I do like an atomic drop there, I'm going to lose like around a second. And over the course of the entire game, that adds up. Okay. Couldn't get to the back grab on the jack, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to be using my iframes and his iframes. The iframes from my jump and the iframes from his get up, since he's a mini boss. I'm going to try and avoid him as best I can. You know, hopefully it's like we can take care of Donovan while we're doing it. You don't want to be pushing him over here towards the left, but this is just what happened, so yeah, I just go with it as best I can. It's better actually pinning him up against the wall on the right, but there we go. And once again, I do a front throw just to put him down quick. Now we get the scene transition. I'm going to play top, grab apple. You see the Donovan just completely loops around, whereas in the demonstration, Donovan actually stayed right in front of me. That's just the game. The game is just extremely RNG oriented. You can't control what the enemies do. They kind of do whatever the heck they want to do. But what you can do is just improvise your way out of it by knowing what's my character capable of, what are the enemies capable of, and how do I deal with that. So it makes every single playthrough very, very fresh and very new, and it feels really good when you get a good section going where you feel like, okay, I got through that really nice, and it's all you. It's all you doing it too. And when something goes terribly wrong and you make your way through it, it feels really good. Like, okay, I improv'd my way through that. But it's why it's good to know a lot of different routes, a lot of different strategies in this game. Because maybe you're trying one route and it just, for whatever reason that day, it's not working for you. Just switch it up. Switch it up. On average, you may have a route that's, you know, going to be a couple seconds slower, but if you're more comfortable with it, you're going to be running it more consistent, and you're probably going to be running it faster overall. I go with the atomic drop strat. She's got iframes that I gotta wait her iframes out. So boom, my iframes, her iframes. She goes right through me to the suplex just to get that scene transition going fast. Let's see how Barban goes. Let's see how the Barban fight goes. Oh gosh. Go up top so I can grab turkey if I need it. And I get kicked in the face. Bad timing, bad positioning, but I get a pretty decent thunder tackle there. Into an atomic drop. Now I gotta move up a little bit because Barban's in a really bad spot. That's okay. I'm gonna use this guy on the ground. Atomic drop again. And there we go. Okay, well, that's level 1 with Max. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, you could refer to my glitches video or my RNG video. It talks a lot about the different glitches in the game and how it affects gameplay, as well as the RNG video talks a lot about the way the randomness of the game works. I'd like to keep working on this guide, though. It's going to be a bit of a journey, so I'll work on level 2 next. Okay, I am Anthopants. Thank you. Later on.
Hit the game!